Hi, my name is Julianna Ward, and I'm the founder of Kickbar, an all-natural energy bar made of organic dark chocolate and fair trade coffee beans. I was inspired to start Kickbar because my background is in early stage startup. So I was working at venture-backed growth companies in New York City and was working around the clock. I was in early in the morning, working late at night, running from meeting to meeting, and I didn't like the K-Cups that were in the office, and I didn't always have time to run to the local Joe's or Starbucks to pick up a coffee to get me through the afternoon. And I realized that there really wasn't a great tasting option to eat my caffeine throughout the day. So there wasn't anything I could grab as I was running into my next meeting to kind of fuel me immediately and keep me going throughout the day. So the idea behind Kickbar was born, and I started working and tinkering in my own kitchen. I then worked with a coffee chemist, a pastry chef, and a food scientist who helped me iterate on Kickbar, and it is now the great tasting product that it is today. The most rewarding part about starting a business is the fact that I get to learn something new every day. I've never started a food or CPG business before, and everything I've learned to date has been self-taught. And every day brings a new set of challenges that I have to figure out, and we as a team have to tackle together and learn something new. And so because no 2 days look the same, I would say that that is probably the most exhilarating part, particularly for someone like myself that is always curious and always likes solving new problems. There are a few lessons I've learned about starting a business from the ground up. The first is you have to be nimble. You have to test, figure out what works, and then invest from there. I would say the second thing is you have to be scrappy. You need to be very smart about every dollar you're putting into the business and always finding a way to do it more cost effectively. While it might seem like a great idea to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a recipe formulator, why not spend a month or two in your own kitchen to figure out if you can get to that recipe on your own? The hardest part about starting a business is not the idea and developing a recipe and formula, it's actually selling it. So, particularly pre-launch, don't waste a lot of money and don't spend a lot of time getting to market. Get it out to people, and then the hard part comes into play when you actually have to sell a product and get people to part ways with their money. So make sure that that's where you're going to be investing and focusing, because growth is the most difficult part. My advice for someone looking to start a CPG business is to not get too attached to one idea. You are going to iterate on everything: the flavor, the recipe, the packaging, the marketing. You will, while you think you have the perfect idea as you're getting started, it will inevitably change. The first flavor, the first iteration of your recipe, while it might taste good then, you're gonna taste it a year later and think it's awful. So don't get too attached to any one idea, and don't worry about launching with the perfect product. Just get the product out there in the market, start selling it to your friends, get their feedback, get it into the hands of potential customers, see what they think about the use case, the recipe, the packaging. Just learn as much as you can from folks, and know that you're inevitably going to iterate and constantly be making changes for the first 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 years. So be open-minded about that, and then just get the product out there in people's hands. I would have to say that cocoa is my favorite Kickbar flavor. It's actually a new flavor we just launched a couple months ago, but it tastes awesome. It has a hint of coffee flavor, but really it tastes like an amazing, delicious caffeinated chocolate. My vision for Kickbar has been and always will be to make a great tasting, healthy way to get a kick of caffeine on the go. But more important than the set of products that we sell, what we're maniacally focused on every day is helping to empower people in their day-to-day lives. So our motto is eat anywhere, do anything. And that's really what we're focused on. We want to be there for people when they're waking up at 5 in the morning for their early morning run as they're training for a marathon. Or for a mom who is, running from work to pick up the kids from school and then has 100 other things left on her to-do list for the day and needs something to get through it all. Or a nurse that might be working an extra long shift to help people in our healthcare system. Whatever the need is, there are people that need help to get through their everyday lives and to accomplish what they want, and that's really what we're focused on.